So our third topic today is talking about Alan Tudyk and his character K-2SO is actually not going to be in the Andor series. So for those of you who don't know what Alan Tudyk actually looks like, check this out. This is Alan Tudyk and his famed character from Rogue One, K-2SO. So while Lucasfilm announced that K-2SO was going to be a part of the upcoming Andor series, Alan Tudyk, the actor who helped bring him to life in Rogue One, reveals that he's not currently involved with the series. Now, I have some quotes from him that I'll read, but I just want to start off by saying, what? When they announced the show, they brought him and, what's his name? Diego Luna on stage to announce the show. And now they're like, oh, no, he's not going to be in it. Like, why would they do that? I mean, I understand maybe he's busy, but they made the announcement with him. What are your first thoughts on this? Have you heard of this already, or is this news to you?
No, I mean, yeah, this is actually news to me. Like, he was such, his character and him was such a big part of that film, and in my opinion, he was, he stole the show. For him to not be part of the this new project, that's kind of mind blowing. I'm scratching my head on what's actually going on. What's the real story behind that? What's the real reason? So
yeah, there's got to be something else. I for one wasn't excited about Andor from the first time it was announced. I'm gonna watch it, of course, because I host a Star Wars channel. But when they announced K-2SO was going to be his sidekick in the show, I was like, okay, I really like K2, and I love their banter, their relationship they have. So I was a little bit more excited. But now that I hear he's not going to be in it, I'm just kind of right back to where I was before, and that kind of saddens me. Max S is back, and he says, I'm not a big fan that he is not in season 1. We're not either, dude. We're not either. Let me share some of these quotes that I have from Alan Tudyk himself. They're shooting it right now. I'm not in it. But if it stays on the air, stories keep getting told, I'll end up in there. I turn 50 in March, so I hope they're getting into it soon, because I'm not going to be on stilts in like 5 years. I am not doing it. So he expressed, he's definitely interested in being in the show. And it sounds like maybe he was expecting to be in it. And he also says, he's getting older, and being on those stilts all day to play that robot it's hard on your shins and on his legs, and the fact that he's getting older. So he's saying, I hope they do it like soon, because I'm not going to want to do it later, which is kind of sad to hear, because what if the show's successful and it keeps getting renewed for seasons, I mean, but that's from him. It sounds like when they were announced that he was going to be in the show with Diego Luna, they hadn't even written the script yet, maybe, and that he didn't know. He thought he was going to be in it. But this is very interesting news, and also kind of sad to hear that, he hopes he gets included because he's getting older and might not be able to walk on the stilts anymore. You have any thoughts on this, Mark?
On the fact that on his physicality, I definitely understand that, hitting your 50s, and, you won't be able to do as many physical things as you used to. But I don't know, I guess it's misunderstanding of why would they bring him on, and then him stating that he's not going to be actually on the show. I'm thinking he might be on the second season if it gets renewed for a second season. But
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but it's still confusing to the fans, for people who are anticipating the show. Like, why would you bring him on to show, that he's going to be on it? Because what if it doesn't, work this first season?
Yeah. So, I mean, Tony Gilroy is the showrunner for this show. He's the secret director for Rogue One, who they claim was directed by Gareth Edwards, but I do believe Tony Gilroy directed the majority of that movie and made it really great. He's show running it. He's obviously attached to the story because he wasn't interested in doing Star Wars at all in the beginning of Rogue One, but he's into it because he's invested in the story and these characters. So I trust him, similar to how I trust Favreau to run The Mandalorian. even
Oh
though I
yeah.
have no idea how to go with that, you know?
Yeah.
But it's sad news in general that, Alan Tudyk's not gonna be in it. He's great in everything, in all the stuff he does. I think he's wonderful.